So sometimes when I get in front of the camera, it's almost like I feel like I have to put on this sort of like presentation, voice, and presence. And actually what I would really rather do is just talk to you like I would be talking to a good friend. So that's how we're gonna do it. So the topic is curiosity is a shit starter. And how badly do you want to heal? How much do you want to heal? And just to define healing, let's say that healing is the process of taking something that is unwanted and changing it into something that is wanted. And we may want to heal a part of ourselves when actually the process of that is quite uncomfortable. It can be very unpleasant at times. And I want to bring this up because so often people have come up to me saying, yes, I want to get in shape, or yes, I want to work on my issues and on my relationship problems or whatever. But then actually doing the work is a totally different story. And we know this because if we're not ready to follow through on that, we won't. And what often happens is if we do go through the process of healing, it's like opening Pandora's box. And I think on some level we are aware of this, and that's why there is a tendency to not stick with an exercise program or not deal with food issues if we have that, or maybe our relationship or money issues, whatever. So here's a little personal story. A handful of years ago, I started doing sitting meditation. You just sit still, sit on the cushion, don't move, and breathe. And sounds simple enough, but for someone like me who doesn't sit well, or for someone like me who doesn't sit still very easily, it was quite challenging. What it did is it really showed me the parts of myself that I was not facing at that time. And it cracked me open so bad, and I kind of fell apart at that time. But this was good, ultimately. I can say that now. It showed me where I wasn't dealing with things, and it ultimately helped me to heal. But in the process of healing, what often happens is we become more disorganized, and we may feel like we're a mess and a wreck before we become more reorganized, or more organized and more whole, more integrated. And that's kind of how the process of healing goes. And ultimately, we like the result of when we have gone through that healing. The process itself, not comfortable, not fun, but necessary to get to where we want to go. So it's worth it. So I tell you the meditation story, of my own, just to illustrate that that's often what it is like. We often hear, well, it's like cleaning out, you get a cut and it's like cleaning out a wound, and letting it, exposing it to air and you're letting it heal. It's not a comfortable process, and it is very much like that. So we can make this choice if we are ready to heal, and if we have that curiosity and that inner nudge that says, come on, let's check this out. You don't want to live in fear anymore. You don't want to let your past trauma run your life anymore. It's time to be free of that. Yes, do that. And that curiosity is sort of like pushing you towards facing those issues. It's so important, and it's a good thing to let that curiosity guide you. It may start a shitstorm for a little while, but ultimately the outcome will be worth it, I think. And I encourage you to keep facing, whatever is holding you back, so you can be free of it, because that will feel so good, and you will become more of the person you are meant to be. All right. So hope that helps. Questions or comments, please leave it for me below this video. Thank you so much for joining. I'll catch you next time.